If you've been seeing a decrease in the amount of views or the amount of engagement that you've been getting on Instagram lately, it's probably because the Instagram algorithm has changed and so many creators have been left confused. Do I post photos? Do I post carousels? Do I post reels? Do I post all these things? Well, that's gonna depend on your niche. The only thing that I can promise you is that if you fail to post right now and actually take advantage of the current Instagram algorithm, you're gonna miss out on so much growth. I just helped this creator gain over 100,000 followers in just a few months, and I helped this creator gain over 50,000 followers in just 30 days. If you want results like that, you need to make sure that you're adapting to the latest Instagram algorithm. But first, I need you to smash that subscribe button. If you want to grow quicker on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, or Facebook, I literally upload a video every single day about how to grow on these platforms, so you're not going to want to miss the next one. So make sure you're subscribed. On top of that, go to the link in the pinned comment below and get into my free Instagram course. It's going to share with you the best hashtags to use and the best length to be making your videos right now. Because if you're not doing those two things correct also, it's one of the reasons that you're failing to grow on Instagram, and I'm not going to have time to cover those things in this video. Okay, so one of the first things that we have to cover is whether or not you should be posting photos or you should be posting reels, because this is gonna be completely dependent on your niche. If you're in an educational niche or you're doing news type of content, you should be doing both photos and reels. If you're only doing entertaining type of content, then you're going to wanna just stick to reels. Now, if you're doing OnlyFans content, because I know a lot of people would say, Rob, well, it's not education and it's not news, so I guess it must be entertainment. If you're doing OF, you should be doing both photos and videos. But just broadly speaking, if you're doing entertaining content, I would strongly recommend only sticking to reels, because doing photos and doing carousels probably isn't going to work as well for you. But doing photos and carousels, if you're doing educational content or if you're doing news-based content, they're going absolutely crazy right now. I know a lot of people are saying that the reach right now is split 50-50 between photos, between reels, but I don't think that's true either. I think that this completely depends on your niche. I think it even completely depends on the actual topic you're going to be talking about. I'll give you a perfect example. For people in the credit repair niche, if you talk about American Express, it gets more views than if you talk about Visa or if you talk about MasterCard. And the reason being is there's just a lot more people that interact with content based on that, so ultimately that ends up getting more views. Now, I know that was a really specific example for credit repair, but you could do this across anything. If you're doing it within sports right now also, I get so many comments, so many DMs saying, Rob, my videos aren't doing as well. And I go and look at their content and they're posting about something that happened a year ago. They're not talking about whether or not Aaron Rodgers is going to go to the Jets or stay on the Green Bay Packers. You guys get the point here. Or if you're talking about March Madness or the Final Four that's coming up this weekend, you're going to get more views, because ultimately there's going to be a much larger audience that is actually going after content like that. So please make sure that you're staying up to date on what is trending within your niche, what type of posts you should be doing. But there are two other things that I need to make sure that you're doing, because if you're not doing these things, it's one of the reasons that the Instagram algorithm hates you right now. The second thing that you need to be focused on is the features that you're actually implementing into your content, and so many creators are messing this up. If you do a remix right now, or you do a stitch of a video that's gotten over 50,000 views within your niche, guess what? You're going to get a ton of views. In fact, I just helped this creator gain over 50,000 followers on Instagram and quit their job, and they had a very high paying job, quit their job to go full-time just creating Instagram content. And one of the ways that they were able to do that was by implementing remixes into their content, because the people that grow the fastest on Instagram right now are posting 2 to 3 times a day. Now, I'm not saying that it's completely required that you post 2 to 3 times a day. If you're doing remixes or you're doing stitches, like this creator does an absolutely amazing job at, well then guess what ends up happening? He can do his one video a day that he has to edit, but then he can also do a stitch or do a remix. And now, instead of just posting 1 time a day and getting 20 to 100,000 views, he could post 3 times a day and get 60 to 300,000 views. That equates to way more followers, and it's not by him spending more time creating content. In fact, all he's doing is curating other people's content, and he's taking advantage of it by standing on the shoulder of giants and ultimately taking advantage of their posts. Because if a post has gotten over 50,000 views within your niche, then the hook must have been good and the topic must have been good. And the easiest way for you to take advantage of that right now is combining it also with what the Instagram algorithm wants. And what the Instagram algorithm wants is you using the new remix feature. So please make sure you're implementing this into your content. To give you guys some more examples of how you do this, if you're doing fitness or you're a nutritionist or something along the lines of that, it could even be like psychology or social work, you can do a remix and either refute what somebody's saying or agree with what somebody's saying. If you're a music producer, you could do this and have people rap on your beat. When more people remix your content is also going to get more exposure. In addition to that, on the opposite end, if you're the person that actually sings, or you're the person that plays the guitar, or you're the person that raps, you can do the same exact thing. And what you're going to end up doing here is getting a lot of views without putting in that much effort. And this brings me to another huge change with this current Instagram algorithm, which is that you need to be optimizing for non-follower viewers. So many people on Instagram get it wrong. They want to reach their followers. They want to do what their audience wants to see. But what you want to actually be doing is what your potential audience wants to see. And the way that you're going to do that is by optimizing your content for your non-followers. And there are 3 ways for you to do this. The first one is the topic you're choosing. The second is the length that you're choosing. And the third is the keywords that you're using within your content. Now, keywords show up in 3 different places on Instagram. First, in your actual video, ideally in the hook of your video. Secondly, in your description. And then third, in your hashtags. You need to make sure that the length of the piece of content you're about to do, the topic of the piece of content that you're about to do, and the keywords that you're about to be putting in your content are actually something that people that aren't following you, that are in your potential audience, want to be seeing. And there are 2 ways for you to be able to do this. First, you need to find another creator's post, and it needs to be somebody that got more views than they have followers. For example, you find somebody that has 20,000 followers, find a post that they did that got 100,000 views. That is clearly something that their non-follower audience was interested in. Or you can look at your own profile, go into the insights for each one of your posts, and see which one of your posts got the most views from non-followers. And this is going to be a ratio. So what you're ideally going to want to look for is 30 to 100% non-followers actually viewing something. If you're able to find that, then that shows you that that's a sweet spot when it comes to the length, when it comes to the topic, when it comes to the keyword that you chose. And I would continue hammering that type of content. The reason being, it's going to lead to an increase in followers, because if the only people seeing your content are your followers on Instagram, well, that's going to lead to you actually losing followers and not gaining them, which would, by the way, be one of the worst things you could do right now with this current Instagram algorithm. Now, if you want to get guaranteed growth on Instagram right now, during quite frankly the easiest time ever to grow on Instagram, well then keep watching this video because I've got a special offer for you. The opportunity to grow on Instagram and this organic reach we're currently seeing are not going to last forever. And there are 2 things holding you back from seeing the growth like the creators that I share with you in this video. The first one is that you haven't implemented the tips that I just shared with you. And the second is that you haven't gotten into my Instagram mentorship program yet. That's literally going to guarantee that I help you get more followers on Instagram in the next 30 days, or you get your money back, 0 questions asked. In fact, the average person that's gone through this program in the last 30 days has gained over 25,000 followers, and nobody has ever gone through it and gained less than 1,000 followers if they implemented every piece of advice that I share with them. Now, since you're still watching this video, I'm gonna assume you're probably above average. So the odds of you gaining over 25,000 followers are probably quite high. And if you want results like that, go to the link in the description below right now and sign up, because there are limited spots available. I'm gonna be telling you exactly what to post, when to post, what hashtags to use. I'm gonna send you new post ideas, and I'm gonna critique your content to guarantee that you get more growth on Instagram in the next 30 days. It doesn't matter what your niche is or what your background is. This program is gonna help you get followers more easily and quicker, so that you don't have to spend endless hours trying to figure out the things that I already know about exactly how to grow your account. In fact, I just helped this creator in the program and they gained over 100,000 followers in just 30 days. I helped this creator, they gained over 150,000, and this creator over 200,000 followers. If you want results like that and I want you to be my next success story, go to the link in the description below and sign up right now, because every single day that you wait, it's only gonna get harder to grow on Instagram. It is easier than ever to grow right now, but you need to take advantage of this opportunity. And what's better than an opportunity where you're literally gonna grow on Instagram or get your money back with 0 questions asked? Again, there are limited spots, so go to the link in the description below and sign up right now. Otherwise, I strongly suggest you check out the next 2 videos I put up on the screen, because they're the videos YouTube thinks you should watch next. Thank you so much for watching.